Hello, and welcome to the CTI Smart Systems dashboard tutorial. In this video, we're just going to go through the basic functionality that's available on the dashboard page of the application and talk about some of the information that's displayed on there. So to start off, the dashboard page is the first page that you will see when you log into the application. You'll be immediately taken here. At the top of the page, you can see some basic information about the panels that are in your system. On the left, you can see the panel error notifications. This is the number of panels in your system that are currently in an error state. And in the middle, you can see the number of panels that are functioning normally. This is the number of panels that are currently reported to be in the OK state. Now, what that means, to give you a little bit more information about that, a panel goes into the error state as soon as it reports an error. And it comes out of the error state as soon as it reports an OK status. It is assumed to be in an error state until it reports an OK status. On the right side, you can see the View Panel Map button. We're going to get to that in a moment. But first, at the bottom of the screen, you can see the list of actual panels in your system. Now, if you don't see any panels there, don't panic. Most likely, you just haven't been given access to the panels yet. And if that's the case, just contact your administrator and ask them to give you access to the panels that you need. In the panels list, we can see a few pieces of useful information. On the left side is an icon representing the status of the panel. You'll get the red warning icon if the panel is in an error state, the blue circle if the panel is unfinished, and the green check mark if the panel is in an OK state. The panels are sorted by their status, so we can see the error panels show up at the top, followed by the unfinished panel, followed finally by the ones that are in an OK state. And you may be wondering, what does the unfinished status mean? What it means is that the system is missing some information about that panel. Now, that could be that the panel doesn't have a name. It could be that the panel doesn't have a location. Whatever it is, the system needs more information about this panel in order to be able to function properly. That's what the unfinished status means. Next to the status icon, you can see a display name for the panel, which is set by your administrator. In the middle, you can see the status name for the panel. Now, this is a short name representing the status of the panel. As we can see, these top two panels are both in an error state because the current that is being supplied to their device is too high to be safe for their device. You can also roll over the statuses in order to see more information about that status. On the far right, we can see the date and time of the last report sent in by this panel. Now, the panel map can be accessed by clicking this button. On the panel map, you can see a marker for each panel that is in the system. Red markers correspond to panels that are in an error state. Green markers correspond to panels that are in an OK state. And blue markers correspond to panels that are unfinished. The map will automatically zoom to make sure that you can see all of the panels in your system at a reasonable zoom level. Now, you can click one of the markers to see more information about a panel. When you click that, the info box will pop up showing you the name, the status, a description of the status, when its last report was, the location of the panel, and a description. You can also click the See More Info button to go to the panel's informational page, which we'll cover in the next video. If at any time you think that more information about the panels is needed, if you think that the panel information has changed, you can click the Refresh Map button, and the map will instantly be regenerated with the latest information from the database. One other note, you can also access the panel's information page by clicking any one of the panels in this list.